Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Helen, hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Matt Roloff struggles to sell family farm, even with dropping price to $2.9 million years after putting Oregon mansion on market. The little people, big world patriarch has fought with his kids over the massive property. Patriarch Matt Roloff still has not sold his famous family farm 3 years after first putting it on the market, the U.S. Sun can report. Matt, 63, who recently split from his fiancée Karen Chandler, first listed the Hillsboro, Oregon property for $4 million in May 2022. After no bites, he took the house off the market in October of that year. He put it back on the market in August 2023 for $3.4 million before taking it back off again in February 2024. He eventually listed it for sale again in April 2025 with a massive discount at $2.90 million, and 4 months later, there are still no buyers. Over the past 3 years, Matt has been renting out the big home to fans who want to enjoy a vacation on the famous property. Matt's plan to sell the farm has left his kids and ex-wife Amy furious, as they were determined to keep the property within the family for generations. I never pictured that the house that I raised my kids in for the last 30 years would be a short-term rental, Amy fumed on an episode of the TLC reality show in 2024. There should be a family in it. Matt's previous negotiations to sell to his sons Jeremy and Zach fell through, leaving both bitter and angry with him. Both sons and their families quit the show in recent years, and the U.S. Sun exclusively reported that the reality series has been canceled after nearly 20 years on air. Matt recently addressed his struggle to sell the farm on Instagram. "People ask me all the time about the big house, it is still for sale," he told fans this week. "We have some very interesting folks looking at it. Of course, it's all about the use case, how they're going to use the farm. And whether we're going to have neighbors doing, we don't necessarily want a hog farm next door. There's a bunch of other possible use cases for these buyers. It is still being Airbnb'd or short-term rented. It's basically back-to-back, but there's always a few days somewhere." While 16 acres of the farm is for sale, Matt plans to remain long-term on the remaining piece of land and is even building his dream home on the lot. The U.S. Sun reported that the patriarch dropped $1.4 million on the construction before their sudden split. A source told the U.S. Sun that Karen is the one who pulled the plug on their partnership. The split was instigated by Karen, but publicly, they're saying it was mutual. The insider spilled. The family has been blindsided. They did not see this coming. Matt and Karen seemed normal and happy earlier this month on the farm. Things were great. Matt's youngest son Jacob lives near Matt on the property and works on the farm, but Zach, Jeremy, and daughter Molly appear uninvolved with the operation. After years of bitter feelings, Amy and her husband Chris Merrick are currently on good terms with Matt and will help out with pumpkin season this year, the patriarch told fans. "They will definitely be out here as well," he said in his recent Instagram video. Little People's Matt Roloff dropped $1.4 million to build dream home for fiancée Karen Chandler before sudden split. The patriarch announced their split after 8 years together. Matt Roloff dropped $1.4 million to build a dream home for his fiancée Karen Chandler before their sudden split, the U.S. Sun has learned. Matt, 63, announced his breakup with his fiancée Karen, 58, after 8 years together. Matt completed construction on a stunning mansion on Roloff Farms that he built for his fiancée. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal Matt dropped a whopping $1,461,520 on the construction. According to public records, he spent $397,500 in 2023 and $1,064,020 in 2024 on improvements to the property. He began building the single-family residence in 2023 and completed construction in 2024. The home boasts 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and is 3,949 square feet. Matt has provided updates on the construction over social media. In October 2023, Matt showed off his kitchen in the house as he installed low countertops and a sink for him to be able to reach. He also revealed the house has a standard kitchen for his fiancée, who is not a little person. In January 2024, Matt showed off the front of the home, as the exterior features brick aluminum siding that resembles wood, and large windows. Soon I'll take a bunch of new photos to show you our new house here on the farm, but in the meantime, check out this amazing low-maintenance siding accent we used, he captioned the video. The inside of the home features light hardwood floors and a stone fireplace. The living room has wood beams on the ceiling and floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook the property. Matt and Karen were also able to watch the gorgeous sunset on a patio as well. Matt built Karen a home on the farm because she didn't want to move into the big house, which is the home he shared with his ex-wife Amy and their 4 children. Karen explained of her decision on Little People, Big World. It's probably not a good decision for so many reasons. If we were to have Thanksgiving here, the kids would come in and have that baggage of Amy cooking in there, and now I'm trying, it's really just the emotions behind it. But we don't have to do that. You have options. Having this giant house, it almost feels unfair, right? It should go to a family with kids. Matt met Karen when she worked as a manager for Roloff Farms. They began dating in 2017, years after his divorce from wife Amy, 62. Matt announced their split earlier this week in an Instagram post that read, "Hi everyone, I have some tough news to share. Karen and I have decided to part ways and end our engagement. Life's a continued journey, and this is the right step for us at this time. We remain amicable and will always appreciate the many wonderful memories we have shared. Your support means the world to me, and I'm committed to moving forward with positivity and trust in the path ahead." A source claimed to the U.S. Sun, "The family has been blindsided. They did not see this coming." Matt and Karen seemed normal and happy earlier this month on the farm. Things were great. The split was instigated by Karen, but publicly, they're saying it was mutual after having issues for a while. The insider added, "It's a really difficult time for them both, and there will be a lot they have to figure out in the coming weeks and months." They had been talking about the wedding for so long, it was pushed back more than once, but they still hadn't set a date. The pair was reportedly meant to tie the knot last May, but they were forced to postpone the plans after Matt's mother's health issues. The cancellation came after Matt's son Zach and daughter-in-law Tori revealed they would not be returning to the series. Tori said on an episode of their podcast Raising Heights, "Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Are we coming back to Little People, Big World?" Zach, who had been on the show for 2 decades, responded, "We are not. We made that pretty clear the last cycle." Tori added, "But I don't think it's been officially announced to people like we are not coming back to Little People, Big World. We are done. That part in our lives, that chapter is closed." The show would be difficult to film without the stars, as the only characters who remained were Matt and Karen and his ex-wife Amy and her husband Chris Merrick. Matt and Amy's other children, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, along with their spouses, have not appeared on recent seasons. As for the farm, it has been on and off the market for years, sparking a family feud with Matt's sons Zach and Jeremy, who wanted to purchase the property. 16 acres of the 109-acre farm is currently for sale for $2,895,000. This includes the 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom big house, the red barn, and more buildings and land. Truth behind Little People star Matt Roloff split from fiancée Karen Chandler ahead of dream Hawaiian wedding. Find out who initiated the breakup after 8 years together. Karen Chandler initiated her split from Matt Roloff, and the couple left their families stunned after keeping their issues private, a source has exclusively told the U.S. Sun. The TLC couple began dating in 2017 and got engaged 2 years ago, but they never made it to the altar. Matt announced the shocking split on Instagram on Tuesday, calling the decision the right step for us at this time. "Hi everyone, I have some tough news to share. Karina and I have decided to part ways and end our engagement," the star, 63, wrote. "Life's a continued journey, and this is the right step for us at this time. We remain amicable and always appreciate the many wonderful memories we have shared. Your support means the world to me, and I'm committed to moving forward with positivity and trust in the path ahead. Much love to all." But an insider has claimed it was mostly Karen who wanted to step away from their relationship. A source close to the couple said, "The family has been blindsided. They did not see this coming." Matt and Karen seemed normal and happy earlier this month on the farm. Things were great. The split was instigated by Karen, but publicly, they are saying it was mutual after having issues for a while. They added, "It's a really difficult time for them both, and there will be a lot they have to figure out in the coming weeks and months. They have been talking about the wedding for so long. It was pushed back more than once, but they still hadn't set a date." The pair was allegedly meant to tie the knot last May, but they were forced to push the big day after Matt's mother fell ill. An insider told the U.S. Sun last year, "They have been discussing getting married in Hawaii now, but they're still looking at ideas, and it's still in the very early planning stages. They decided to delay it because Matt's mom is needing lots of extra care right now. She's getting older." Pumpkin season is also coming up, and they simply hadn't had enough time to prepare for a wedding this year. The pair became close when Karen worked for the family, and they denied rumors of an affair when he was still married to his ex, Amy. They later made it official after his split from the mother of his children. Construction on the pair's dream house on the family farm was only recently completed, and the couple split their time between Oregon and Arizona, where they also had a vacation home. A source said Karen was keen to move to Arizona full-time to retire. Little People, Big World was canceled by TLC after 25 seasons, the U.S. Sun exclusively reported in November 2024. It doesn't really have anything to do with the cast members, but many had been ready for it to be over and aren't too sad it's come to an end. Matt has this workaholic don't-stop attitude and couldn't stop himself from doing more seasons, but Karen is mostly happy it's now done. The insider added, "They're sad they will not be getting paid again, but they enjoyed their time on the show and they are ready to retire soon." The cancellation came after Matt's son Zach and daughter-in-law Tori revealed they would not be returning to the series. Tori said on an episode of their podcast, Raising Heights, "Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Are we coming back to Little People, Big World?" Zach, who had been on the show for 2 decades, responded, "We are not. We made that pretty clear the last cycle.